going to be pulling the alternator off apart to, number one is you can hear it, doesn't sound the best there, and two is I'm taking the casing and going to have it vapor blasted with the rest of the engine, intake manifold, transmission, etc. So we need to basically do the overhaul procedure. This is a Type R specific alternator. I have a bunch of non-Type Rs. The back housing, you notice, doesn't have the normal kind of stamped sheet metal over the back. Trying to think what else is different about it. I think overall there's a couple of different design features about it. I figured it was just a different pulley. Mine happens to have one of these broken gates there, and I think there's one other thing that I saw on it that didn't look quite right, but we're going to try to put a screwdriver right here through that broken gate to hold it from moving while I torque that guy and hope to not break anything else. And that did work exactly the way I was hoping for, which is perfect. Off of eBay for like $100, give or take, and so that was kind of interesting. Well, good news is these bolts going into aluminum seem to be in much easier shape to break loose. Feels like I broke one. Assembly here out. Pulled this actually should have off of the Type R. You can see the rear bearing assembly here. This should have pulled out with the front housing. I should have just taken the 4 bolts loose, pulled this assembly out, then broken it loose from the front housing, and then this rear piece basically is held in with 3 screws and the nut back here, and then it will also pull out as well. You've got the brushes here. You can see the brushes down in there. They actually have a lot of life left on them. So brushes are what actually conduct the electricity from the armature into the coil. So let's see what we can do as far as getting. So took apart my alternator. I was planning on rebuilding it. I ended up just using a Denso replacement unit that I found for about $80. Much better option, honestly. I do a comparison at the end of the video. I will say that I tried to replace the new pulley with the original pulley, and that did not fit. The shaft size is actually different. So I ended up gold zinking the pulley that was on the new one, so it matched properly and everything. But really, there's limited value in trying to rebuild your alternator, especially if it's $80. But I did try on this one. When I was tearing it apart, it really didn't come apart. The salt and oxidation had really gotten to it, and so I didn't really feel that comfortable. And since the new one matched it and was the proper kind of rear plate for the Type R, and was a Denso OE replacement, I felt pretty good about it, so we just went with it. So, got a Denso heavy duty, and I've got a new alternator. It is definitely the Type R case, which is different. From a housing perspective, I've got 2 screws here, screw here, bolt here, plug goes there. Same cutout there, 3 holes here, cutout here, bolt hole here, same there. That's where this plug would come through. On the sides, everything appears to be the same, threads and everything. And then up here you'll notice obviously my factory one had the Honda sticker and the new one does not. We'll compare the front housings now. And front housing here be like this. I do see a bigger hole and then the screw that would hold the pulley in. Cutouts look identical there. The only real difference that I'm seeing is the bushing here, and this one has a kind of slit in the top of it, and this one does not have that same slit in it. And other than that, they look virtually identical to me. And so, not sure about the internals and that type of stuff. I'll tell you, I did notice right off the bat, this kind of looks the same. Grab this bag here. Internals do look slightly different. If I look at it here, you can see where the post would come up. And then this heat sink looks a little different, but it does basically have four, I don't know if those are magnets or what they are, but it definitely has four sets on either of the heat sinks, some type of magnet or electroinductor or something like that. This fitting here looks basically identical, best I can tell. And then this heat sink back here may look, I'll set the, I'll see if I can set the housing, I should say. Oops, if I put it in the right way. But if I set this housing on, yeah, these, it's a little hard to see, but I think that this little back plate here looks like the fins it looks like it's got 5 per side, and the one that's on the new alternator looks like it has 4. And so the fins look like they're a little bit, there's 5 of them on this versus 4 on there, and so they're a little bit tighter spacing. Other than that, looks virtually identical. So, if you're looking for a Type R alternator, the $80 special might be for you.
Hey guys, hope you enjoy watching the restoration of the rusty Barnacle, Integra Type R 98111. Please subscribe and keep looking for updates. Thanks.